Right, hello.
Yay!
Yay, welcome back to
Woo!
session 85 of our campaign. Well, how's everyone doing, first of all?
Good.
Yeah, not
Ready
bad.
Yeah,
to
I'm
rock.
okay.
Ready to play some
Eating some pad thai. Ooh.
pad,
Whoa.
pad thai?
Or like
Why?
pad die in the game.
Because
Am I
there's a
right?
red dragon and it's gonna eat us.
Nah, we'll be fine.
This is where like 6 dragons turn up.
They're multiplying.
They're multiplying. I mean, you could have like a gelatinous dragon that like multiplies when you attack it. Anyway, that is a cool idea. I'm gonna add that at some point.
Oh, nice.
Right, so yeah, if everyone's ready, we should get started and continue
Yeah.
on our journey to I don't know what your journey is. I guess it's something we'll find out soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, in that case, last we left off, Clive 5 had headed to the Dwarven nation of Shorekral to help Gira recover his hammer and the source of his lost memories, which will hopefully cause him to reveal the mystery of why he is here and what exactly happened to him and the dragons of the Kyra Concord in the past. When heading to the Spiderlands, where the hammer is in the possession of Zrixarak, the Spider Queen, the party discovered that Tail, Scrimshaw's brother, had machinations to take revenge on her for allying with Ashigal. And Tail explained that Scrimshaw had had his memory altered by Aeron, and that his past is not what he thought it was, but sort of refused to explain further and quickly left. And then you headed into the Spiderlands. You made camp outside Arakatar, where you once again made contact with Tail, who gave you a bit more information, and you offered to help him in return for him giving you the hammer. So you made your way into the town. So you made your way into the town, and yeah, you began to assault the town and to cause a distraction so Tail could make his way in and take the hammer. So as the last we left off, as you were fighting and causing a bunch of chaos, just before we left off, the dragon known as... Hang on just a sec. That door's been...
Athenax, I believe.
Huh?
Athenax, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the dragon... Sorry, my mum was just asking something. So the dragon Athenax attacked you all. So we are currently in the middle of a fight. So let's begin. So first up, it is Chinook. Athenax hovers 40 feet in the air, staring down at you all. He says, oh, hang on, let me just find it again. He says, I recognize your smell, intruders. Return my gem to me. What is Chinook going to do?
Let's have Chinook. Chinook's not concentrating on anything, is he?
Currently not.
Okay. He is going to... The spiders are the same height as this guy, aren't they? Driders, sorry.
Sorry?
The Driders
What'd
are
you
the same height as our werewolf.
Yeah, as your werewolf buddy, as Espin.
Okay, so I can't firewall them without hurting him as well. Is there any you know what? He's actually just going to vicious mockery the dragon.
Sure. Is that a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
25.
Well, that is a success.
Yeah.
He's going to move over here just
Okay.
to get a bit less of an easy cone. And
Right.
that's of him.
Okay. Keeping Chinook safe, I see. Scrimshaw.
Okay, Scrimshaw is going to cast Force Cage and trap
Okay.
Athanax in a 20 by 20 cage.
Are you? So that's the larger one, right?
Yes, one that has holes.
Yeah. Okay. So as you focus and call to your magical sort of senses, this sort of strangely flimsy magical cage, flimsy looking, begins to apparate around the dragon who's hovering in the air. It begins to instinctively bang on the sides of the wall, and shouts down, "What is this? What have you done to me?"
Just a timeout.
Okay.
And then
And, yeah.
shall move to go in front of Gira. Good. There.
Okay. Right, Mona.
As it's still the middle of the day, I can't just go in there. So I'm gonna wander up to the dragon, seeing as I know that Force Cage lasts about, is it an hour?
Yeah.
And just sort of be like, actually, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go here. Just sort of be like, hey, maybe you want to talk?
Right. Roll
Just-
persuasion check. What were you gonna say?
15.
Okay.
And that's it, because you'll sort of have to stay in here for an hour, and if we could maybe talk it out, that would be better
Right.
than fighting, because you can't actually move.
Okay. He looks kind of angry, but
So persuasive.
he hasn't quite responded yet.
So I decided, I thought maybe it would be best that I do the talking because I've got evasion.
right. All right, Roxanne.
I guess I'll just keep fighting what's in front of me. Unless that wasn't the plan.
No?
We're just gonna get rid of this shit. Right, so yeah, I'll make an attack, Great Weapons Master Reckless, on the one in front of me. Assume that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. Ooh.
Okay, so it's going to be
Well, on that.
32.
And again,
Okay.
20.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. That's my turn.
Okay, then 25. Right, so this spider in front of you, as you run up to it and begin attacking it, it drops after the couple of hits. It collapses dead.
Yeah. Oh, I killed it, did I?
Yeah.
That means I can attack again.
Yep.
I will go for this one this time.
Okay.
Do.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. Oh well, that's my turn.
That's okay. All right, Gira.
Oh,
You're currently concentrating, FYI, on a banishment.
I am on
one
the
of these-
fourth.
on the fourth droider.
Yep,
Just so
I
you know.
am. Yeah, so I'm probably going to cast my strategy. I think I'm just going to cast the Mass Cure Wounds because I can't. I know that our furry friend is a bit damaged.
Your masterly friend isn't looking particularly.
So I'm going to put it on everyone. So we Scrimshaw, myself, and Roxanne, and
That doesn't need it.
yeah.
So Gira, Skirmisher, and Roxanne.
And I'm just looking
Well.
through. Well, hold on. I want his name. Hold on. I'm on tails.
I'm gonna say Eskin.
Espin, I think, isn't it? Espin.
Ah, I was close.
Espin.
Espen.
Is that 17 for all?
Yeah.
And Gira's going to stay marginally away. He's fine. I might maybe. No, that's fine. Just in case one of them comes running this way as well. And that's. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Right, Espen's turn. Let's roll a dice. Espen, in the thick of the fighting, rolls a 5. So he gets his mind explosion back.
Oh, god damn it! Stop.
He's sort of berserking, so he doesn't really get control over it.
Okay.
So yeah, can you roll a dexterity saving throw, please, Roxanne?
19.
Yeah, let me just check the DC. 19. That passes. So you take nothing.
Oh yes.
Nice.
I've learned to control his mind stuff.
Yeah. This time you are more ready for it. Again, he begins to howl in pain as this like psychic beam shoots out from him around, and both of these Driders also pass. Okay. Right, their turn. They are going to attack. Oh wow, 2 natural 20s.
Oh, God.
Okay. 3 natural 20s. Whoa.
Oof.
They're all
Yeah.
They're all attacking Espen. So.
Oh, that's fine then. Attack away, friends.
No.
All right. All right. Now it's Athanax's turn.
How hurt was Espen looking after that?
After that, those bunch of attacks, pretty hurt now. But he has healed a bit, and he's healed from you, and he's healed from his healing as well. So he's okay for now. He's not quite at the health where he needs to go into his gaseous form yet. So Athanax is hovering in the cage. He looks down at you, Morna, and scoffs. He says, the only talking I need to do is with him, and points a clawed finger towards Gira and says, I know you. My father's spoken about you. And as he begins to speak, he begins to snarl, and flames begin to curl out of his mouth. And before you know it, you and Scrimshaw are cowering for cover as a plume of fire shoots down.
Damn it! I was trying to get him to me.
Yeah, no, he recognizes Gira. So Scrimshaw and Gira, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Oh boy. Oh wait, I didn't add my healing onto myself. Hold on, let me just do that before I immediately lose it all again.
I'm just checking my ring of evasion, whether it's before or after I roll. That's
Sorry?
when I fail. It's when I fail. So okay.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Okay, that's an actual 1, so I'm going to use a charge of my ring of evasion to succeed.
Okay. All right. So in that case, Gira, you take 63 fire damage.
Unfortunately, I can't help you.
And then you take 31, Scrimshaw.
However,
Okay.
I'll take 8 of that off.
Oh,
It's
Scrimshaw
not,
on me.
it's not an
Yeah,
attack,
Scrimshaw,
though, right?
I can't. It's damage, I just think. If you're raging on another creature you see within takes damage,
And what's the distance on that?
30 feet, and Scrimshaw is 30 feet from me.
Okay, Scrimshaw.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
And the dragon takes 8 damage.
Is it
Force.
8 fire damage or force? Okay.
I think it's what is it? Let's consult spirits. It says it on it somewhere. Vengeful. The attacker takes is force damage.
Okay. 8.
Nice.
Is he in the? He is in the force cage though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can still breathe through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
it's the
he
big
can't
one.
get
So.
out.
And
If
he's
he
like
was-
he's like slamming himself against the bars, and he's like trying to like his razor sharp claws are curling around it. You notice that even though he's an adult dragon, he's on the upper end of adult dragon. He's getting almost to the point of being an ancient dragon. So he's fairly large. All right. In that case, Chinook's turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, can you also now? Can you all do a frightful presence? So that's a wisdom, I think. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. All of you, please.
All of us.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Where
that's
is it?
15 on Chinook and 9 on Scrimshaw.
Oh! Yeah!
The first time Roxanne actually passes one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mona,
I think I'll
Roxanne, and
lucky
Kira, you're
that.
fine. Okay.
Ah, yes.
Okay, Scrimshaw, you're fine. Chinook fails. So Chinook is frightened of the dragon.
Okay. Now, will that take any effect on what he does? Probably not. Doesn't really attack things. Does have Crown of Stars, but that's not going to happen.
Okay, yeah, Chinook.
I think it's just going to... honestly, I think the best thing he can really do is just Vicious Mockery. Actually, no, not the dragon. It's not going to attack anything. He will... This feels bad, but he's just going to drop a fireball on whichever of the two of these looks worse.
Well, he's around a corner. There's a burning house in
All right.
between them at the moment.
Okay, just this one then.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
It's like
Yeah,
over here, so it only hits this one. It's 150
What's-
feet for fireball.
Okay, sure. Dexterity. Okay, it fails. What damage?
Cool. That is 26 damage.
26.
And he'll let out a little yelp because he's scared.
He's just like side-eyeing this huge dragon that's just flying above him.
Sweat's just pouring down his
Yeah.
brow.
Like, oh god,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that's caged.
Yeah, as this. Oh, by the way, Morna, the fire is spreading around where you are. You did run through the flames of a burning building, so
Yeah,
just be aware.
I was just thinking that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay then. In that case, Scrimshaw.
Okay, Scrimshaw is going to run on over and give Roxanne a little hand.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's going to hit the Drider.
Yeah.
That's a 26 to hit for
That hits.
take off Hexblade's Curse. 18 damage.
18.
Second attack.
Okay.
20.
That hits.
Another 16.
16. This is looking really hurt. Very, very hurt. It's swaying as you slash into it. A couple of its legs have been chopped off. It's just like sort of screeching in pain.
Okay. That's it for me.
Right, Mona.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, I got one wrong. Run to here because I can just about make it if I go around the fire. And I'm gonna attack. Oh, okay, well the first one doesn't hit.
Okay.
Um,
That one does.
that's 10 damage.
Okay, so that final hit, you rush over. Your first hit misses as it's swaying. The second one lands true and it collapses.
Cool. I don't have any movement left.
It's just
So
Wait,
carrying
so-
behind Espen.
I don't think I've heard you say that before about Morna.
yeah, I know it's because I did 65 in one turn because I had to go around the flames. Yeah, that will be my turn.
Okay. Right, Roxanne.
Okay, well, the usual hack and slash. Reckless and Great Weapons Master. 20.
That one is dead.
Or is it?
Yeah, that one's dead. Yeah. You're gonna have to walk around to the other one.
I suppose my healing axe.
So are you walking around?
Is that one in a building?
It's sort of like the building is crumbling and it's sort of just attacking through the building.
Oh, I'll just go around it again. Yeah, go to like here, chill.
Wait, can you not see it or something?
I don't know, can I?
What?
I'm confused.
There's one. It's right above
Yeah.
Espin.
Right above
No, I know.
Espen.
All right, well, fine. attack it then. Can I hit it from there?
Yeah, you
That
can hit.
angle?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's 21.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
damage.
I haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, but that attack you did because the other one was dead when you attacked.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Well,
a big,
do you want
there's
to
a
just
big
do
cross
that?
through it. That's what I've done.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I think my thing might be lagging a little.
Right. Okay.
Right. I'll go just attack this one instead then. Again.
Yep.
Rather. 21
Cool.
again.
All right.
There you
25.
go.
Okay, yeah. This one is looking a bit better, but than the others, obviously. But yeah, it's starting to look quite hurt.
Okay.
Gira.
So seeing that likely Phoenix wants to cook me alive, I'm probably going to throw out. I'm going to throw out a chromatic orb level 2 and then run away. So what's the range of chromatic orb? Just double check. 90 feet. Yep, that's fine. And I'm going to do it with cold
With cold.
onto the Draco.
Sure.
What did I say? I said level 2. Did I say level 2 or 3?
I don't think you've made
I
that
said-
decision yet, but
I think I said level. I meant level 2 when I said anyway.
sure. Okay, well that hits.
20.
So 20.
And then is going to move 30. Oh, probably kind of over here-ish,
Okay.
and just kind of like size up Athenax.
Okay, make a perception check.
Quite wary of him, but also kind of thinking through kind of the things from the past that he's heard his name mentioned from.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out some things.
Yeah. This is a large beast. Naxus must be scary if this is his
Yeah.
son.
Okay, Gira's gonna
Okay.
end his turn there.
Right. Espin. Yeah, so actually, well, something you do notice from a perception check, Athenax doesn't seem particularly smart. He keeps trying to pull at the bars, trying to pry them open. He seems more like the sort of dumb son of the leader rather than.
Would it be? Could it be fair to say that it's more that like emotion and anger is kind of getting to him rather than he's dumb? You know,
Well,
sometimes people
yeah,
do things out of.
I mean, this is sort of what it's coming across as. He just keeps prying open the bars, but
Okay.
you can take that whichever way you want.
Sure.
Okay, Espin, let's roll another dice. Okay, he does not get his mind explosion back. So he is going to rabid bite and iron slash, and miss twice and hit once. So 13 slashing damage and 9 lightning. Okay, yeah, he's looking pretty hurt at this point, and Espin actually might start to back off in a bit. Dryder. You begin to hear sort of strange noises coming from around the place, and you notice that there's a whole bunch more Driders beginning to close in on your position. So it's your choice what you want to do. But hang on just a sec. Just setting this up.
Is it starting to feel like then there's just a lot of Driders that are going to keep coming?
It does feel like that.
Oh, I see them.
Yeah, they seem to all be pouring out of the tower now.
Guys.
I guess this is what we wanted, right? I think we should start to run away, maybe with Espin.
Okay. Right. Athenax needs to roll for his fire breath. Does not get it back. He has nothing else within range. So he's just gonna continue to spend his turn ranting at you all. And he says, Gira, as you sort of start to back off, he's like, wait until my father hears about this. Okay.
I'm telling my dad on you.
All right,
Very good,
Chinook.
Modify memory.
I'm your father.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
I am your daddy now.
Modify memory that he didn't see Gira here at all.
Yeah, that would be the ideal. But
Who is
frightful,
Gira?
frightful presence. That's a wisdom save at the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Chinook will need to make a wisdom save at the end of his last turn, which is a 7. So that's no good. So he's still frightened and can't get to everyone. He is going to shout to everyone to retreat towards him. And
What away though? How will we get the thing?
I mean, we don't need to go far. So he's going to just shout everyone to kind of come towards him and
Teleport around the corner.
Teleport into the dragon cage.
and
Yeah.
he will.
Ride it.
He's just gonna like throw a fireball onto that back group over here, getting as many as he can in. So,
Sure.
so like somewhere around like there.
How many's in there?
6.
Seven. Seven.
7.
Seven.
Is it
1,
7?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. No, you weren't there. You were up.
Yeah,
Oh, was
there was one underneath it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 7 then.
Okay, so fail, pass, pass, fail, 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 fail.
Okay, so that's a good roll. 34 on a fail.
Okay. 34. 16. Is it 16, 17?
17.
Yeah, 17. 17. 34. 34. They have a lot of HP. These tridents.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he'll throw an inspiration over to Gira.
Gira. Alright, you have been inspired, Gira. Is that a D10?
I believe it is a D10, yes.
Okay, there you go, Gira.
I feel
that'll be
inspired.
Alright, Scrimshaw.
Okay, Scrimshaw is just gonna say, guys, let's go, go, and run over towards Chinook.
Alright, so you're gonna run back, are you?
Yeah, run over to like here,
Sure.
glide over.
Mm-hmm.
And probably should have done an attack or something before going, but anything else I can really do? I would like to cast Minor Illusion over here to show an image of myself, but slightly more edgy looking, possibly more like tail.
Right. You can't actually see over there currently.
So do that before. Can I do that before the move?
you run over. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Cool.
Alright.
It's unlikely to do a lot, but honestly, just like hacking down more stuff is probably not particularly useful at this point.
Yeah, alright. Mona.
I am going to move over to here and then say to Scrimshaw, would it be better for you and I just to run away and have them follow us? Because you're on the carpet? Then teleport away? Because we're creating a distraction here.
Sure. Yeah, get everyone else out.
Okay. in that case, I'm gonna wave to Gira and tell him to come over this way. And I'm sure Roxon, if I heard, I feel like Roxon get the message right before we're running.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll use my action to run and shout to everybody
Okay.
to come over here.
All right. Roxanne.
I'm just gonna run away. I'm going to dash as well to. Oh, I can conveniently dash. I know I'll take an attack opportunity. I conveniently dash to here.
Okay, attack of opportunity. That is going to be a 19.
Oh, that just hits. That's
Okay.
rather annoying.
That's 2 piercing, half to 1.
Okay.
And 11 poison.
Cool. That's my go. And I'll drop
Okay.
rage as well because I didn't do anything. Actually, no, I
Sure.
took damage, didn't I?
Yeah, you took damage.
Oh, that means it stays up. Cool.
Giro.
Giro's going to move to here, and dash if kind of that's fine, and then just kind of move off.
So are you dashing or not?
No, not this turn. Well, I'm assuming for the sake of expediency, next turn we're all going to be dashing off anyway. Well, not all of us, but as Morna said.
No, I think Shunnock, Roxon, and you are gonna teleport out, and Skirmisher and I are gonna lead the Driders away.
Oh, in that case, I'll dash to here.
So we've got 60 movement speed.
Alright. Espen, upon seeing you all run off, is going to gaseous form. And you watch as Espen just begins to turn into a cloud of gas and just dissipate as the Dryder near him just starts to slash at the gas, trying to get to him. He disappears. Oof. The Driders move forward. Let me just see how fast I can move. 30 feet. So they're dashing. And they can climb the same as they can walk, so they can just climb over these buildings.
Dashing through the snow.
These are creepy.
How bizarre.
Okay, yeah, they all begin to, the swarm of them begins to approach you all. Alright, roll a dice for Athenex. 5, he gets his flame breath back. What's the range of
Oh
that?
no.
Oh god, no.
60-foot cone.
Oh,
And he's 40 feet up in the air, so you're within range.
Are we all within range?
Yeah. Oh, actually, hang on. 40 feet, so... Yeah, you are. The cone's going to be 40 feet wide at that
it's
range.
60, right?
Yeah, but the cone, basically the cone, by the time it gets to 60 feet out, it's 60 feet wide as well. So Mona is going to be in the cone because she's 40 feet out.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Just one more point. I'm clenching, but don't worry. If you're 40 foot in the air and you have to go down 40 feet, does that take out some of the max range on it?
No, because of the way diagonals work in 5th edition, it's the same. So if you're 40 feet up, it's going to be...
Oh, I see, because it's a cone, so it goes 60.
Yeah.
No, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right.
But he's also sort of pointing at you as well. He's not like he's not coning directly in front of him.
No, I get it. Okay, cool. I'm ready for my deck save.
All right. Well, can all of you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh god. I'm probably down.
Oh no.
Okay, another ring of evasion.
I'm gonna lucky that.
Everyone's like,
Roll 1d20.
So,
That didn't work.
I'm
Roll
doing-
17 on Chinook.
Chinook, 17 fails.
Oh no.
Okay.
I fail.
Well, is this rolling 1d0 do plus
I
3?
don't know what.
Okay, right.
I re-rolled it though. It's a
Sure.
10, which is obviously gonna fail. So.
That also fails. All right, so all of you fail. So Mona, you take half damage because you have evasion.
Mm-hmm.
So Mona, you take 30 damage, and the rest of you take 61.
Ah,
Perception
I'm
check.
burning. Oh,
And then this droid is dead.
And I think a Drider comes back now as well, right?
Huh?
Yeah,
Banishment.
because of the banishment. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
Don't forget that.
All right, well, Athenax shouting, saying, "Run, you cowards!" And as you're all running away, this massive beam of cone of fire engulfs you. As you're cowering behind the rocks, you turn to look, and Gira has collapsed.
again.
I'm too old. I've fallen and I can't get up. All right, Chinook.
Can an unconscious creature be willing?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
allow it.
Then Chinook will cast Teleport and teleport himself, Roxon, and Gira back to the spot, the spot we had in the mountains to camp
Sure.
out. Actually,
roll
Dick Rock.
Roll, is it a D100 he has to roll?
Believe so.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Though
Roll a D100.
if he has like an item from that place, then it would work. Just work, but
Does he?
No, he doesn't have a...
I don't know.
That was never you
yeah,
never
like-
discussed teleporting back there, so
Yeah.
there's no reason why he would have taken.
This convenient piece of dirt I picked up.
Yeah, also like an
Investigation check
associated
for you, buddy.
an associated object is not like a grain of sand from that area. It's like
Alright.
Okay.
it's like someone's prized possession in their house. You know what I mean? Like,
11.
right, so very familiar. I'll say. Right, okay, that means you're in a similar area. So you're you're somewhere within the Spiderlands. Right. Well, so Gira, Roxon, and Chinook vanish in a puff of smoke. Right. Just Scrimshaw and Morna now.
Run away!
I'll just kind of just say to him like, "You good?"
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, and I'm dashing away on the carpet.
You're like flying into the air.
Yeah, I'll kind of go up into the air a bit to like kind of draw more of their attention, just like shouting out like, "Spiders are just worse scorpions."
Okay.
Whoa.
Vicious mockery, Jesus.
Yeah.
Uh,
They all instantly die. They die of embarrassment. Okay.
And
well,
then
I'll
everyone
just say that
applauded.
both of you are going to be able to escape. So,
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll end that there.
Yeah, I think the plan
Nice.
is to sort of continue being a distraction by luring them out.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure,
kind
sure.
of trying to like
rather than
away
just
from the
leaving, and then they'll
tower.
go back in.
Yeah. Once the Driders know that they're not going to catch up with you, they just sort of give up and start heading back. And then Athenax is obviously still shouting at you guys as you run.
Let me out, you dicks!
It's like,
when
oh,
they
it's been 59 minutes. 59. It's been 59 seconds.
at the point at
59
the point
minutes
at
of
the point at which they start the point at which they give up and turn around, I cast Summon Greater Demon and put a Chasme just over their heads.
Do you have a spell slot for that?
I have one more spell slot left.
Okay.
Just to get
Alright,
that I know it's going to die, but just that extra little bit of time, you know.
Okay. Yeah. You just watch as they begin to fight a Chasme and some of them are collapsing, falling asleep. Right. So Chinook, Roxon, and Gira,
Oh,
you appear on a dusty, strange cliffside. You have no idea where you are. Gira is unconscious. What's
Healing word.
Chinook?
where did you teleport us to, Bard?
Chinook is going to heal Gira.
Where are we?
Chinook's like, I don't know. I didn't exactly remember where the cave was.
So we're in the middle of nowhere. We're lost.
Gira, you are now awake.
Can we see the settlement at all? Like the Can we see anything of note?
I mean, you're in the mountains, so you're in a valley. You're like deep in a valley somewhere.
Okay, we can't see. Okay. Well, this is great.
We're not. We're most fine. At least we're not burned to a crisp.
Also, what was that dragon's problem with you? What's going on?
Well, I wish I could tell you. I do recall a few memories of mine from the recent past. His father, Naxos certainly has it out for me. But,
You must have really done something to piss him off.
fear for that very much.
Well, guess we better try and find our way back.
Yes. Speaking of, any idea where that may be?
I haven't got a clue.
One of you make a survival check.
I think I actually have a fairly recent survival. He is proficient in it, so I'll do it.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay. Looking at the sun, looking at the landmarks. This is a part of the Spiderlands you do not recognize.
I don't know where we are.
How convenient.
Hmm.
Gira turns to... Sorry if you know that. To Shonik. Any great plans now? I appreciate you had to do that in the spur of the moment. You have our thanks. But we would appreciate some way to get a bit closer to where we need to be.
Well, I can only do one teleport a day.
Pittance to that. Any other spells up your sleeve?
Is there any other spells up Chinook's sleeve? I doubt it.
Does he
Fireball.
have locate objects?
Fireball.
And he could
Use
use like
Use
locate
it like a-
objects on something that we
Is it
have.
like a flare?
Yeah. He doesn't have. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that's particularly helpful. Like, yeah, the closest
Even
thing
locating
is
objects
using
is
fireball
like
as
1,000
flare.
feet or something.
Was there when we were over the town? Was there any like weather disturbance above it due to the kind of the magic going on?
Not really. It was quite a clear day at that point.
Well, we could always ask the storm. Although I fear we might have to ask it a number of times. Should we go north? Should we go east, south?
I could consult my spirits, something I've never done and never thought to do before. But something I do actually have the ability to do. As this is my repertoire.
I never knew you had it in you.
I knew,
I've not done it in a very long time, but I can
Okay.
actually do it.
I knew taking that course at university would have helped me. How to consult the spirit ancestors.
I could give it a go.
Of course.
Okay, well, I guess for the very first time, Roxon is going to use augury.
Okay, so what sort of augury does Roxon do? Is it consulting bones or rocks or tea leaves?
I think it's very right he consults a rock.
Okay.
Being Roxon.
Alright, so you just find some rocks and
Yeah.
appropriately sized and throw them on the ground and try and consult the rocks to see how they fall.
Hmm.
Alright, hang on, just a sec. Let me just read augury.
Hey, may I ask how this works,
Think-
Roxon? He's just like watching him throw rocks at a tree or like the ground. Just kind of
you're
with one eyebrow raised slightly.
You know, I'm not entirely sure myself, so I guess we'll just have to figure it out together.
Alright, the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take. So what is your specific
Um,
course of action?
Let's say we go what I presume to be north, or directly in front of us, to lead us back.
That's
to where we need
north.
to go. Okay, well, we don't know where we are.
No, it's just the way he said. Forward is north.
Forward, oh, yeah, so forward is north to me. So, um,
Yeah, everywhere I go is north.
okay, well, What if we go straight ahead, spirits? What will happen?
Uh,
Um,
you are looking at me. I mean, so because that's not very specific, because you're just saying we want to go north. But what actually
go
do you want to do
forward.
when you go north? Like, where do you want to go? Meet up with people, or do you want to like?
meet with Morna and Scrimshaw? If we head
May
that way, what will happen?
Roxon, I fear that the odds of that happening are minute. I think an aim should be for a path or somewhere that resembles something of civilization.
That's not how it works.
Okay, so you begin to cast the augury and begin to consult the rocks that have fallen. It comes back woe.
Okay, we don't go that way.
Oh, you really should learn to meditate, my friend. You'll get a much better connection.
Whatever. Look, the results are bad to go that way, apparently. To meet with Scrimshaw and Morna, so maybe we don't go that way. Maybe we go the other way.
And there's about 4 more, and Gira kind of points towards like a tree or that way, kind of.
Look, it was just a nice thought, okay? Maybe it wasn't the correct time to use this.
Oh, for heaven's sake! Gira casts commune.
Trying, I'm sorry, Kira. I just wanted to be cool like you.
All right, so you begin to focus and consult the storm as the clouds begin to part or like swirl around you. You feel that you have a connection with the divine. What would you like to ask it?
We are in somewhat of a pickle. The fates have been rather.
I know, man.
Feels bad.
We are in a bit of a pickle.
We seem to have misplaced our step, and are in need of your sage counsel to figure out a way to go. So, around us, as I well, I don't know. I don't know if you can exactly see what I can see in the mortal realm. I suppose to some extent, hopefully. There was a number of geographical features around us, and we are curious which way to head to find human civilization the most easiest convenience to us. Therefore, I'm about to ask 3 very strange questions. Please excuse our misdemeanor. First question. Should we head in the direction of the pointy rock? I'm imagining like there was like I'm just going to say 3 different features that like kind of represent 3 different directions from where
Yeah,
we
sort of
were.
like east, south, and west, right?
But obviously we don't know if it's east, south, and west. So I'm just going to say like 3. Like so, for example, a tree that has like I don't know.
Well, rocks on survival check. You know which way is east and north and stuff.
Okay, in that case, yeah, he'll ask like 3 of them. Doesn't northeast, south, and west. So northeast and then south.
Yeah.
Actually, as 3 separate questions, and if we can figure it out from there.
Okay. Okay, so the first question, north, comes back. No, the clouds are quite thick and oppressive. East, the clouds begin to lighten up and open the way. It seems that east is the direction that, if you want to get closer to your buddy, is the way you have to go.
Okay. Thank you for your benevolence, as always, kind one. So Gira kind of comes out of the trance, and he says to Roxon and Shonak, that was rather peculiar. I wasn't able to make a connection at all. He hobbles up on his stick. Maybe I should try the rocks too. And Gira picks up a rock and says, "Let me give this augury business a go." And he just like yeets it into the bush somewhere, like far, far away.
It's not how you do it.
This way, and then Gira just starts going east.
What? I just think it should. Yeah, fuck it, just follow him. Let's just see where he's going.
See, that augury business is really not so hard, Roxon.
You didn't even do it. You just threw it in the bush.
Exactly.
That's not
Carries on.
that. Oh, grumble.
Mhm.
Fine. Let's just follow him.
Okay. Right. So you begin to walk eastwards. And you continue to walk eastwards. An hour passes, a couple of hours pass. You begin to notice that it's quite chilly here. It's quite high up.
What type of day is it?
It's starting to get a bit more cloudy now.
Good heavens. The shore crowd is certainly chilly. Certainly not like Vazelsk or anywhere like our misadventures in Vier and Deed, etc. Sort.
After a few hours of traveling, you come to a strange fork in the road, and to the left, which is more directly eastwards, you begin to notice that there is a sort of begins to go down into a valley. And in the valley there is this huge carved entrance to some sort of what seems like a dwarven hold.
Okay. Are there any like sigil markings of a clan or something like that?
There is, but you don't know how to read it.
Oh, so there's no it's not iconography or a symbol. It's just the words.
Yeah, there's I mean, you're quite a bit of a distance away from this door currently, but if you were to continue down this path, you could maybe have a look at it.
And the other fork, the other direction.
That just continues to go into the mountains.
It's fine. Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll have it later. Hey, wait. Oh shit, sorry. I didn't realize I
is
thought
that?
I muted myself. Sorry, I was
That's
just
alright.
getting Richard.
It's fine.
She was getting me a drink.
All right.
Not right now, Rich. Later.
All right, let's
Just
continue.
lemonade.
So, what do you want to do? The other fork in the road seems to be going a bit more southwards. The fork in the road to the Dwarven Hold is easterly direction.
Well, the storm did say east, and it certainly looks like that way will carry on the storm's command.
Mm-hmm.
You don't seem so convinced. He kind of cocks an eye to Shunnock. I don't know if that was Mike talking or Shunnock talking when you went.
Chinook just basically is just saying, "I'll go whatever way you want to go."
Eat
Yeah.
the charge, Gira.
Well, it certainly can't hurt. It's not like we're going to find ourselves in irrefutable trouble we can't back out. Well, we probably might. Anyway, and onwards. Just like keeps on hobbling onwards like Gandalf or something.
Okay. So as you begin to get closer and closer to this door, you notice that there's a sort of watch post outside this dwarven door, and it is manned by a dwarf. Not wearing the armor of the Spiderlands, however.
Uh-oh.
Do not utter. I'm sure this fellow will probably not speak common. Should we shout up?
Okay.
The armor that this dwarf seems to be wearing, and he notices you as you begin to approach, is a sort of solid, thick bronze set of armor with like almost maybe white gold like engraving on it. Make a Roxon and Shunnock, and maybe not Gira because you probably know less about this area, but make a history check for me. So Roxon and Chinook. Although actually no, maybe not Roxon. Do you have proficiency in history, Roxon?
Uh, hmm, no.
Okay. Chinook says, I think I've seen this armor somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where. And as you approach, the dwarf calls down in common. Well, what's your business?
Well, good day to you, Master Dwarf. Me and my companions seek free passage from these lands. We are not entirely sure where we are, but we know we're heading for Thurum, or Thurlow if you're not familiar with the locale nearby. Do you know?
Turlo. You're a bit far from there.
Uh-oh. This is why I was owing.
Pray tell, where are we?
This is the Keep of Voltharim.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Shunak! We're miles away, you twit!
Do you like start pushing him on there?
Let's get in his face. You moron blithering! You dick! You.
It was a Christmas prank. Roxanne.
It was just a joke.
I
We're
did get
actually right outside Arakutar.
Yeah,
The others are ready
dwarf
for
begins,
us.
The dwarf begins to climb down and says, "You're pretty lost if you think you're near Thurlow."
Oh, God.
Our friend here misplaced his teleportation. Never trust a half-elf sometimes. Winks towards the dwarf. Trying to get his trust, I guess.
Just banking on the dwarf being a racist.
Being a racist, basically.
Highly
basically.
likely.
Well, the dwarf doesn't seem to
We are quite injured and cold. You offer room and board for souls like us. I don't know much at all about Tholfarim, but I assume this is a settlement of some description.
Well, we do mostly mining, but yeah, there's inns.
Excellent. We should only be here for one night. Is there an entry charge, or are we free to come in?
Yes, 1 gold piece for tax.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very well. I'd hate to stay outside in the cold much longer.
Just gonna hand him a gold piece. There you go.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, and I assume Shunak does as well.
I'd imagine so.
I assume so.
No, he outright refuses.
yes,
Wants to
he's
spend the
keeping out
night
of the
outside. Yeah.
Okay, so the dwarf whistles up, and says 3 to enter, and the large, huge carved stone door to the entrance to Voltharim creaks open slowly. And what you are greeted with is a large sort of entrance pavilion with markets and roads that leads to a tiered city that seems to spiral down into a large mining complex below. And in the top, in this top area, you notice at the other side of this sort of spiral circular bit that goes down is this large dwarven-esque palace that is carved into the rock of the mountain itself. It is lit by large large sort of dwarven chandeliers that are like angular geometry. That have these sort of like glowing crystals lit atop of them. There's a few hundred dwarfs around, just minding their business. A few of them look you up and down, but there's also humans here. You've noticed a couple of elves.
Maybe my comment wasn't so well placed.
Now everyone just thinks you're a giant racist.
No. Can
Yeah,
are
so
we-
eventually you come across a tavern called the Duran Oak.
are we kind of nearby the tiered kind of wall that kind of looks over into the kind of lower levels?
Yeah.
Gira makes a comment. Imagine there's quite a few mining accidents that happen down there. So,
Probably.
God knows what type of places lurk below here.
Would you like to find out? He's jokingly pushed you toward the edge.
Well, maybe not this time, my friend.
No, I'm only joshing you. You've already been, knocked out once today. I think I'll leave you be.
Very
Plus,
much appreciated.
Plus, a lot of my skin is missing from the dragon fire, so not really in the mood for it.
Yes, you have got a few strange looks by the dwarves who themselves, spend day toil buying the fire.
Yeah, but usually not dragon's fire.
I suppose that makes us rather badass, as they say in Vanilla.
Oh god, right. We should probably try and make contact with Scrimshaw or Morna before we go to bed. If you could send them a message, maybe.
Let this old dragon sit down first.
Okay, I mean,
Kind
you
of-
might be dead, but sure, have your rest.
well, Gira just means like sitting down in the tavern. So
Okay.
Yeah.
somewhere.
The Duran Oak is a fairly sort of medium-sized tavern. There's maybe about 6 or 7 people in here, minding their own business. The dwarven barkeep is burly and strong. Keeps not the glass, but the sort of rock or ceramic mugs that the ale comes in very clean. Spit shining them. You notice as he...
It's not very hygienic.
Gem theory doesn't exist. So as you sit down, he looks you up and down and gives you a complimentary mug of ale.
Ooh.
But you're not the first sort of travelers he's had through here. He says, "Well, you look like you've had quite the journey."
Oh yes. Oh yes. We definitely have, and many more to come. I would imagine.
Right. Well, personally, I don't want to hear about it. So if you've got any secrets, keep them to yourself. I've had enough.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that was easy.
That being said, if you cause any trouble, me and my boys are going to kick you right out of here. So
Yeah, watch it, Gira. We know what you're like in taverns.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure I did have a bit of a reputation in my youth by the sound of it.
Bit of a bad boy.
that being said, welcome to Volthurim.
Thank you for your custom, Master Dwarf. We implore you that we will offer no problems to you this evening. We only wish for room, board, and maybe a couple drinks to wash away the bashes and bruises of the day.
Yes, no worries. It's a golden night for him,
Very well.
and food and drinks are complimentary.
Oh, smashing.
That's more than reasonable.
Well, may I have a drink of your local ale, please?
Well, that's what that is. He points to the big mug that he's already put down. It's this sort of strange, like very extremely frothy liquid. Like when you sort of peer into the mug, it seems that it's at least half froth. But like just sniffing the froth, it smells alcoholic as hell.
Ah, perfect. And he just slams it back. Ah,
It's strong, man.
mmm.
He says, "This is our special mushroom brew."
Ah,
It was gonna be
perfect.
Mushrooms.
Reminds me of the
Thinking that.
Frostbleed Peaks. Stares off into the distance.
Well, your fermented goat milk.
Ah, I miss that goat milk.
Oh, I have none of that here. No goats here. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that's fine. This will do.
We do have spider milk, They're not-
Spider milk.
but it ain't
Hmm.
fermented.
Oh,
I just don't
Is it-
have
is-
boobs.
is it alcoholic?
It's not really milk. It's more like crushed spiders.
Oh, okay.
It kind of, if after a little while, looks a bit like milk.
Oh, maybe I'll give that a try later. I'll stick to this for now.
The spiders around here are quite pale.
I see.
I have so many questions, but I'm not there.
Right, so during this period that they have travelled through the day, I'm sure Morna and Scrimshaw, you're getting quite
Yep.
worried about where your friends might have been, because by this point you have returned back to your camp, and they are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, we're also waiting for Tail as well. Any sign that can we see what's been going on in the tower?
Yeah, the fire has sort of spread to the point where half the town is on fire at this point.
Is there any movement in the tower with Tail and oh, I can't remember her name. Let me get my
Make a perception check for me.
okay. 25.
You haven't seen anything. You've been quite attentive. But again, it's a tower with no windows, and the door hardly opens and closes, so it's quite hard to tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Would whatever waiting we've done constitute a short rest?
It's constituted about 6 hours by this point.
Okay. Just pop my spell slots back on. Well, I suppose we just wait for Gira to make contact.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
What else can we do, really?
I'm just well, I guess we need to wait here for Tail, right?
Did we agree a place to meet back up with Tail? Was it the camp or the Dick Rock?
Well, I mean, I assumed it would be the Dick Rock, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
But he also knows where our camp is, I think. No, he met him at, yeah, let's go back to the Dick.
met him. Yeah,
Dick Rock
let's,
maybe
let's,
and wait
let's head
there.
over there. Though, do we want to go there just the two of us? Oh, you might get bored and head off if we leave him waiting too long.
Yeah.
All right, to the Dick Rock.
The Dick Rock.
to the Croc.
Okay, so you make your way there. There's no sign of Tail to be seen.
I guess we'll just wait here for a bit in case this is where our friends are coming back to.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
let's just wait.
So, Gira, Roxon, and Chinook, are you just spending the night here?
So yeah, we're gonna have to get our thing back.
Have you? Might be worth giving them a little message.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. Why don't you just double check the spell slot? I think I got enough.
I think sending is a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
I don't have it prepared today.
Oh, bollocks.
Sending is oh no, is it not a ritual?
No. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Too bad.
Too bad. So
Clerics need to prepare their ritual spells anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hopefully they're still alive.
I know Shonok's not here, but I think this might be a good moment to ask him a question. Actually,
I will try and answer it.
I know.
well as I can.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you know the answer because it's something that hasn't happened yet. But I know he knows that. Anyway, just say, Shonok, it would be awfully good timing if you decided to expand on your knowledge of the stone shift. It would be awfully nice to have some form of teleportation tool at a time like this. Although I understand not from, A to anywhere, but it would be helpful.
Chinook says, well, from my knowledge, the stone shift is a sort of mythical area, or group of areas where teleportation is unlimited throughout those regions. You know where teleportation is a bit iffy, as we've found out, that it can take you anywhere. The stone shift sort of is an easier way of getting around. But it's a myth. People have spent their entire lives looking for it and not being able to find it. So.
But if I recall, you mentioned that you knew some people who know where it could be in Orthaid.
Did I mention that? I don't remember.
I've got a note from session. Sorry, hold on. From session 73. So I think this is the basic. This is the last the episode after we fought over Badran. So this is the first session.
Yeah.
Gira asked him about the stone shift. He said he knows of people who do know where it is in Orthaid, but he refused to tell us any more at the time.
Oh yeah, I think he was just referring to Hercule. Hercule might know.
Oh, I see.
If anyone was to know, Hercule would.
Is that the Archfey?
Yeah.
Okay. That's helpful.
But again, with Archfays, their information always comes at a price.
Indeed, as you said. I feel sorry that you have to deal with such a man. Be rather unfortunate. But are you familiar with the myth at all? Outside of what you have expanded upon?
Well, yes, I think it's every magic user's dream to be able to freely teleport wherever they want by just using the natural ley lines of the world. Every realm has its own stone shift. Some realms have them mapped, but in this one, in Erd, it's a little less obvious. I think at one point it was known. The gods would have used it to travel around and so on and so forth. But nowadays it is. Well, that information's been lost.
It is a pity. I recall that the Gira of the past certainly wanted to know the locale of the stone shift. It would be interesting when I receive my memories if Gira, the old Gira, knew of any information.
Well, I mean, think about your past. Well, if assuming you worked for the Cairo Concord in some regard, to know about the stone shift, you would have been able to travel anywhere on Earth. Obviously, the basalt tiles are quite a distance away. You could go between Orthaid and the basalt tiles whenever you liked.
If modern day Gira has anything to say about it, I think a comfy chair and a good book would probably be enough to suffice me. But the opportunity to teleport would certainly be enticing to many people, including perhaps some of our named characters in our thorny past. Alas, question for another night.
Let's just hope that no one, if other people are looking for it, they don't get to it before us. If we're looking for it,
Indeed.
I mean,
Well,
to think about, if if Naxus knew about the stone shift, how much damage he could do. Tens of dragons, ancient dragons, flying around wherever they wanted, whenever they wanted. They could rule the world.
they did at one point. Maybe I want to do that.
an extent.
Would be interesting if that's what they want again. Gira looks over and to Roxon. What's Roxon doing at the moment after time has passed a bit?
Having quite a few to drink and a lot to eat to replenish vital, substance.
The classic D&D drinking alcohol to recover.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
I don't drink to forget. I drink to recover.
If I forget the pain, it's not there.
Yeah.
ugh.
You just get temporary hit points and your intelligence is lowered.
I wonder what Scrimshaw and Mona are doing right now. Provided they're alive, of course.
Any idea where they might be?
Does
Rock.
Chinook not have sending?
Chinook does not have sending.
Bruh.
I reckon they're probably waiting at the Dick Rock for us.
Well, if I recall, I actually said that we'd meet on the cliffside near the camp.
Yeah, but they've probably gone to Dick Rock.
Why?
Dick Rock?
I disagree.
Maybe they thought that's where tails would go. Tail, not tails. Tail.
Tails. Yeah, and then Knuckles shows up.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta go
Yeah.
fast.
I mean,
DLC.
Morna's basically Sonic, right?
I have
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Gotta
I
go
have
fast.
the emeralds.
Yeah, bro.
I have stuffed them in my cloaca.
Oh
But,
god, is this some fan fiction thing?
I'm an
I'm
echidna,
sure.
so therefore I have a cloaca.
I'm sure they're fine. They're pretty fast. I'm sure they got out of there pretty quick after we left.
Last thing I remember was running towards Shonak, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, you got fried.
turned
by
me
the
to a
dragon.
crisp.
Yeah, it sort of did the same to me. Lost quite a bit of flesh, but you know me.
Well, I don't think he was aiming for you, my dear friend.
No.
Gira takes a swig of his drink.
So if anything, it was your fault I got burnt.
Say it as you want.
I only jest. But yeah, that dragon might be a problem. Probably be free by now as well, so it's probably looking for you. I imagine it can go quite quick, seeing as it flies. Hopefully, it doesn't know where you went.
I don't know where Volthorim is relative to the Spiderlands in Arakatar.
Does Roxon know relatively?
You know Volthorim is in Uzuldanar, which is a completely different country.
Yeah, we're a long way away, but dragons, I imagine, move quite quickly.
I mean, yeah, currently you are 400 miles away.
I mean, if it's a big dragon, not realistic. I mean, you know, and it flies.
Yeah.
It could be there in 8 hours.
Smell
so-
Gira on the wind
smell.
within
Yeah.
a dwarven fortress under the ground. We're in a
You never
mountain.
know. He might have He might put a tracking thing on you.
All right, so you spend the
We're
rest
gonna
of
go. We're
your...
gonna go to bed. Yeah.
So
we're gonna
you
go to bed.
spend the rest of your night drinking and trying to wait until you get sending. Morna and Scrimshaw, are you just waiting the night?
Yeah, we're gonna wait on the penis rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you're waiting there, you hear the flapping of wings, and you just about manage to dive for cover as swooping overhead, Athanax flies right by you, doesn't notice you. But yeah, it's close.
Maybe not right on Dick Rocker. Maybe somewhere with
I
cover
was just
from the
sunbathing on
skies.
the shaft, you know. Damn.
I mean, I don't know where you are. You like, it's kind of creepy. This, I'd like to find somewhere that's like got an overhang.
Sure.
nearby, so
Yeah, a
that,
bit further away, just because we were. This is like where we arranged to meet with Tail, right? So, yeah, just sort of waiting for him. Just hopefully he gets here. And
yeah, either
also,
him or a message from Gira.
yeah, we know that Gira might not have prepared something between us. We
Yeah.
know that, so
It's ready
not-
for battle,
not
so
too-
might not be on his list.
yeah, so I'm not too worried until the next morning. Won't worry yet.
Okay, well, the night passes. Yeah. Are you going to try and get some sleep, or are you just going to stay up waiting?
Yeah, I'll try and get a bit of sleep. I
Okay.
don't want to get exhaustion. I was just thinking maybe we could go up on the carpet and sleep like slightly above the trees, just a little bit above.
Above the trees.
Yeah, so
Are there trees?
no,
There's not really
Yeah.
any trees around here. This is like mostly
Oh.
a dusty sort of mountaintop.
oh,
Yeah, I'm thinking under things so that we can't
Okay,
be
yeah.
seen from the air.
all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
you
is
can't
also a
be seen-
dragon.
You can't be
that's
seen
flying.
anyway because you're just invisible. But
Can I be invisible when I sleep?
I don't know.
It's just as an action. Doesn't say you have to you don't have to concentrate on it. So maybe.
You're so stealthy that you are stealth even in your sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, between you pass the night. No one comes for you, and Tail is nowhere to be seen. So the next morning, the dawn breaks. Roxon, Gira, and Chinook awaken. You're probably a couple of time zones early as well. However, yeah. So Gira, you now have prepared sending. So
Yeah, that's right.
that's that.
Yep.
Let's take a break actually first. So let's have 15 minutes.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Okey-doke.
So see you in a bit. Do you want to sort out the stream, Richard?
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yes. Good point. Okay, going to break in 3, 2.
Hello.
Welcome back. So just before the break, the Clive 5 escaped from Arakatar, chased by a legion of Dryada, sort of weird mutated people, and a dragon. And upon teleporting away, the three of them, Gira, Roxon, and Chinook, appeared in a similar area to the Spiderlands, which turned out to be an entirely different mountain range 400 miles away. So they encamped in the dwarven hold of Voltharim overnight, staying at the inn of the Duran Oak, while Morna and Scrimshaw slept under the Dick Rock. Who was more comfortable? Who knows? So the next day, Gira, you have summoned. You have prepared your sending spell.
Yep, I
And
have.
are ready to go. You have paid your way for the night.
I have just now.
Okay.
They curtly nod and I thank. Yeah. So the sending will be to who can do it back now? Neither of them. Let's go to Morna. And it will say, probably noticed, haven't arrived. Slight detour to Voltharim. We will attempt to go meeting spot. Hope.
Meeting splats.
I realised that was 20 words, so I was like, well, I didn't really have anything else to add. So I didn't have any way to describe it more, so meeting spot's not helpful.
Yeah, fab. Well, okay. So that means who was it to? Sorry, Scrimshaw or Morna?
Morna.
Morna.
Right, Morna, you get Gira's whispering in your ear.
I'm just gonna ask Scrimshaw, can you teleport to Voltharim with teleportation circle?
Let me just flip through my book.
Because they're in Voltharim.
Do I have a cell to Voltharin?
No, you have one to Four Cross,
No.
which is the nearest town.
I get a 4-cross, which is it's not.
Shall I say we'll meet back at the?
It's like it's like 100 miles away. It's.
Shall I say
I
we should
don't know
meet
why.
back
I don't know
in?
why we'd go to Voltharin.
Well, yeah. Shall I say to meet back in Darkbridge because Chinook couldn't to the house in Erstwall because Chinook couldn't get there.
Well, I mean, should we not meet up with Tail first? Maybe get Gira to. Wait, are these words going to him?
No. Okay. I'm gonna talk to Gira now. Let's meet up in Erstwall house. First, though, can you message Tail to see where he is? We're waiting for him on the Dick Rock.
Mike, I'm just
Yeah.
reading the definition of sending, and there's no return send thing.
Yeah,
mechanic.
you get
Yeah.
a message back.
Okay. Sorry, Morna. Can you?
Otherwise, you could send a message to someone.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's what.
Yeah.
Which I know in the past we haven't done.
Oh, I basically said let's meet up in Erstwall, but first can you message Tail and ask where he is because we're waiting by the Dick Rock for him.
Dick
Okay.
Rock. Do.
Okay, cool. All right. Maybe I'm missing a bit of the description. Oh no, and can answer it. Okay, yeah. Okay, I missed. Okay, so Gira receives the response. And kind of relays it to Roxon and Shonak. And conceptually agrees to message Tail, although probably thinks that he's not going to get a response out of him. But just a hint. So sending to Tail, and it's going to say,
Where's my fucking hammer?
I better have my hammer.
Gira is Zen Buddha, dude. The world happens around him, and he just lets it flow. It's fine. So it's all good. So he says, Morna and Scrimshaw waiting at Large Rock. Think undressing Live 5 members. Appreciate response. You don't want to make enemies out of us by ignoring this.
Ooh,
Right.
Spicy.
here we go.
You don't get a response.
Nice.
So, what did he say?
Yeah. Well, he said he's gone on holiday to Eshmalan, so not to leave us to not to leave a message.
Oh, shit. I hate those answering machines.
Oh, the long and short of it is that we've just been played. Wow.
That is a bit of an issue. I guess you're not getting your hammer back. Probably taking it. He's probably going to sell it.
Sell it on like pawn shop or something. Some
He's a
dirty goblin,
scalper.
some dirty goblin like backstreet alley sells it for like 2 gold. Gira sends a message to Morna. No response from Tail. Likely double cross. Meet back Erstwald.
I'm gonna reply. Okay, me and Erstwald soon. We'll wait a little longer. But see you soon.
Kisses.
Yes.
Maybe he's dead.
Perhaps that is
Would you know if he
entirely
was
Hey,
dead?
possible.
Scrimshaw's okay. Okay, soon.
Oh, we didn't ask about that. We didn't care.
I don't really care about that.
Um,
Well,
Oh,
he could be dead. Could be captured. Might not be able to respond. Who knows? I was just
Well,
getting to look at that guy as well. Damn it.
The innkeeper comes over and he says, "So, where you headed off to? You headed off to Canol?"
No. Where's Kenold? No. We'll be heading towards. Well, give him the exact place. We're heading towards Viel now.
Viel, bit of a distance.
Yes, we're wandering travelers. We like to travel.
Well, hope that you find your way pretty well.
I'm sure we will. We know the route.
does the dwarf look like he doesn't believe that for sure. We came back with so many burns and wounds and stuff. Wrong to say we're wandering travelers.
Say I had an incident with some hot oil in a cafe.
Yeah, to be fair, he's at this point he has probably seen quite a lot of like wandering travelers with all sorts of injuries come through, and he's probably learnt to just keep his mouth shut and not ask too many pressing questions. He says, "So, how are you planning on getting to Viel? That's at least almost a month journey, right, on foot?"
We have our ways.
Well, keep your keep your secrets.
Yes. Yes, we plan to.
Aggressive, don't you think? This poor dwarf just trying to make his way
You
and be
don't know how he
polite.
works. You don't know how he works, so he might work for Tail.
My dear friend, do you work for a cybernetic robot called Tail?
Well, yes, actually.
What's a robot?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
What's
Cybernetic.
cybernetic?
I don't know why. You don't have.
Is that Dragonborn?
I slipped up, boys and girls.
I don't know this foreign language you're speaking.
You don't happen to know I don't even construct, I suppose. A hunk of wood construct
A hunk
with
of wood.
a soul put in it. That
Emphasis on
has,
hunk.
that has glowing eyes.
He says, "No,
Oh, there you
I
go.
have seen constructs before.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the dwarfs down here like to use some golems for mining purposes. They're very good at carrying things, moving things back and forth.
Hmm.
Sounds like another practical solution. What plagues these lands this day? Just for curiosity.
Plagues these lands. We're having a great time. We've recently hit new vein of gold. Things are doing pretty well here.
Oh, excellent.
Maybe we
And
should
what-
move up here.
No, indeed. Sounds like a more peaceful existence. And what about the rest of the surrounding regions? I hope they share equally in your prized discoveries and progress.
Well, the Voltharum keeps what is theirs. But as Uldanar is also prospering slightly. As he thinks about it a bit more, he says, "Actually, I haven't really heard much from Highfelder for a while. I'm sure they're doing fine."
Curious. I don't think Gira would know anything about any of that.
Probably not.
And probably Shonek wouldn't either. I don't know, maybe.
It's myths and rumors.
Myths and rumors. Okay.
Myths and rumors.
He says, "Well, I'll be out your way."
Very well. Thank you for your service.
Very well. Coming in sometime. Maybe I'll show you down the mines one day.
Ah. A very delightful offer.
It's really the only entertainment we have here. So
Gira turns to Shonek after the kind of dwarf leaves and says, I do hope that your teleportation is working again today.
Yeah, try and take us to the right place this time.
Well, now, there was a bit of pressure on him yesterday.
well, I know where we're going now.
Very good.
At least I should know where I'm going.
You see, you had me up until your last sentence there, Master Half Elf.
Please do not
did we make-
teleport us somewhere stupid again.
Did we copy out Scrimshaw's teleportation circle book, or was it just the Urstalwat one he got?
I think it was just us. Or
All right.
all right. Well, Shinnok begins to prepare the teleportation spell. Says, "Well, whenever you're ready."
Yeah, we'll leave this place. I quite liked it here, but duty calls.
Okay, so then he begins to cast teleportation, and you all vanish, pulled through the ether. Quite a shaky ride. You almost feel yourself being pulled over the mountains in the way, and it's considerably longer than any other teleportation that you've been through before. Maybe a good 10 seconds in this tunnel before you appear in the town. Well, in Erstowalt, outside Darkbridge. And I assume Scrimshaw and Mona, you're already there?
No, we were going to wait a little bit
yeah.
longer for Tail.
Right, okay, you're waiting a bit longer.
Wait,
Okay,
cool.
so after a couple of hours, Tail still hasn't arrived.
I'm very aware that if we leave here, we're not going to have an easy time coming back.
I was thinking something similar. Or maybe if we take something.
Something
he
more,
could,
something
take
closely
the dick rock.
associated with the area. The whole thing.
Well, can you fit it in the teleportation circle?
Can you lift it?
It's pretty big.
Can't you do
We'd
the
at
teleportation
We'd at least
circle
need
around
we'd
it?
at least need rocks on.
It's also a landmark.
Yeah, I know.
It's like saying, the big oak tree, let's take that with us.
I mean, it needs to be something important, right? It can't just be a rock from the area.
Yeah, for example, it would be somewhere like something from Arakatar, maybe.
I could go and get something from a Rakatar.
Yeah, though then that would involve us teleporting into the city.
That's true. I don't really know what's happened with Tail. I think maybe he's either dead or he just took the hammer and fucked off.
Hmm. I suspect if he were to just be taking the hammer and running, he probably would have at least said something back. Doesn't seem like the type to just blank. Probably
Does that
say
mean that
something
we need to
cryptic
like?
and I don't know.
Mm,
Perhaps if Gira were to scry on him, see if he's still alive.
yeah. Maybe we should.
Though we don't. I mean, it's not like we have any way of messaging him to see if.
And there's
He would
what's
do that.
happening in the town?
The fires have mostly been put out. It's still smouldering. You see a few people tending to the bodies of the wounded. Carts being laid out in the street so that rubble and bodies can be piled on them.
What if I get a body?
That's pretty grim.
Oh, okay.
What about the perhaps something from one of the outposts,
Okay.
so that we wouldn't be going directly into the city.
All right. Let's walk to one of the outposts then.
Okay, I'll keep my distance.
I'm gonna go to one of the outposts that's closest. Stealthily, invisible.
Sure.
Is it nighttime by now?
No, it's not night. You just had a whole night's sleep.
Oh yeah, but I thought because we were waiting all day. Okay, that's
So
fine.
you're going to wait all day for the next day, for the next night.
And the next day.
Yeah, we were gonna wait like for quite a long time on the next day.
Yeah, but
But if it's not dark, then it's not dark. That's fine.
well,
I'll
I mean, you can wait until darkness. It's your
maybe
choice.
sure. What would you do? How long have we been waiting?
I think if he's not messaged back and he's not there within a couple hours, then he's probably not coming.
Okay, yeah. In that case,
He's ghosted you.
midday. Yeah, we'll go. I'll go to one of the outposts and grab something.
Yeah,
That
he's
we can
ghosted
teleport
us
back
one
to.
way or another.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, something significant.
All right. Well, okay. So you begin walking to a nearby outpost. You know, sort of spying on it from a distance, you notice that security's been upgraded, to say the least. There's probably about 20 dwarfs on there, and then also you do notice that the dragon is still occasionally circling overhead.
Oh, I don't want to have to kill 20 dwarves.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to have to kill 20 dwarves either. Maybe it is worth just. Is there anything in the outpost that we can remember from last time we were there?
Oh, maybe
maybe-
perhaps the purple worm poison.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not right next to a Rakatar, but it's kind of close.
Good thinking.
I think that's close enough. We could find our way back from there. Might run into more purple worms, but we can deal with them.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that means saves us killing all these guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You're
probably
welcome.
the only thing you have on you that would probably
Yeah. Okay.
maybe work.
Let's go back.
All right, I shall put the draw out the circle to send us to Darkbridge. Well, that's well.
Okay, so Gira, Roxon, and Chinook, when you appear back in Erstalwelt, it seems quite quiet. The Halcyon, you don't really know where she is. All the candles are snuffed out. Yeah, isn't around. Having a look, you're not sure what's going on. And then you make your way into the living room, and sitting on the sofa is Tail.
Ah, there you are.
What a lovely house you have. He's like drinking a cup of tea.
Hmm.
You know,
Where's
it's
where's Halcyon? Where's the lady looking after the house?
Oh, she's okay.
Hmm. But where is she?
Oh, she's just made her way to Darkbridge. She's just doing some shopping.
Right.
Are we back yet, or is it just those three?
I think it was a couple hours until we came
Yes.
back, right?
Yeah.
I'll say that you because they were obviously had a lazy morning.
what are you trying to say, huh?
Went for breakfast after.
you weren't
chat.
particularly rushing. So yeah, let's say that as this conversation has started, you hear the teleporting of Skirmisher and Morna, who come up and spot you standing in the doorway, and Tail crossing his legs, just reclining back with a cup of tea in his hand.
Ah,
Where are the
you
puppies?
join us. Where are
They're
the
still
puppies? Where
around.
are the puppies?
I don't know actually. He just whistles, and like a small puppy just comes around the corner, panting.
Jelly bean!
Oh, I've missed you. Oh, I've missed you.
As promised, and he pulls out of a bag of holding what seems like a large two-handed warhammer made of what seems to be very shiny steel that's engraved with almost a scale pattern across the sides of it, and on the tips, on the edges of these scales, it's sort of like engraved with this sort of red gold that glimmers in the light.
Ooh.
All across the handle is this draconic writing, and it seems to glow red and has like a trail almost like a fire that as he just sets it down on the table. He says, Gira, I'm not sure you quite understand what this is.
He hobbles forward to the table a bit and says, I believe I don't, but Storm has willed that this has to be.
This is, well, this is a map.
Gira raises an eyebrow slowly. He looks a bit closer. Is there anything immediately that kind of suggests map to this in the kind of just pure perception? So not like,
yeah,
you know.
make a perception check. Looking at it, you can't quite see it. It seems like scales on the side of it. The writing is like almost like some sort of ancient poem.
And can Gira tell what the language is of the poem?
It's in Draconic.
Okay, so Gira can.
Mhm.
And so Gira notices the lettering but doesn't kind of read it yet, and he retorts to he goes back to Tail. Do you by chance read Draconic?
I have my ways.
Ah. I'm familiar with such sorcery.
He
Go on.
he says, I'm more interested about this, and he points to the hilt of the hammer, where there is this sort of red gem, like a almost like a smooth sort of crystal or stone of some sort, so that's on the end, that's sort of slightly translucent. It seems to have this sort of wobbly effect, almost like a crystal ball, or like as you sort of like look at it, it refracts and makes patterns in things that you look through.
Does it look anything like the lodestone of air we saw before that we have?
It doesn't look like a lodestone of air, no.
Okay, and what color is it?
It's red.
The red. Okay.
He says, "This is what I mean." And he stands up and grabs the hammer and turns it upside down so the gem is on the top. And he casts light and his hand begins to glow. And he just points his finger, the tip of which is glowing, at the gem, and walks over to a nearby wall. And what is cast on the wall as the light is shone through it is a map of sorts of a group of islands, in the middle of which is what seems to be a large volcano. Yeah, why? We're going on holiday. He says, it seems that and he begins to turn the gem, and as he turns the gem, it sort of morphs from this island into another sort of map, which is quite harder to read, but it seems to have in the center of this map this sort of weird geometric spiral. He says, if I'm thinking right, this seems to be some sort of map to the stone shift.
Ooh. Can I have a look? I don't know if it will help, but I've got navigator's tools to like find out where it is. Use it, see if I recognize anywhere.
You would have to spend time to compare the landmarks that are associated with this second bit of the map to other maps that you might have, maybe in the basement.
Yeah, we've got our war room, haven't we, with maps in? So
Sure, but it's going to take time.
yeah, that's so. Maybe after this we can have a look.
May I suggest that this is the basal tiles?
I didn't think perhaps that could be the case.
The first part, certainly, but this second part seems like a continent.
Is it of anywhere that any of us have seen before?
It's quite it's quite abstract.
Okay. Sure.
Tail says it seems that it would only work if it was somehow overlaid onto another map. Maybe a second part, or some accurate map alone. There is a coastline on here, but there's a lot of coastlines in the world.
Should be able to match the coastline, line it up. Take some time.
Well, remember that whoever drew this map was most likely a dragon and had a more accurate view of the landmarks and coasts than the mappers of the mortal realm.
A dragon's eye view, I think they call it.
I think some people call it that.
I have a question. I thought it was supposed to give Gira his memories back. Gira, do you have any memories back?
Well, I haven't touched it yet, partly out of fear, but I perhaps Quarry, when he asked me to go on this mission, more a metaphorical meaning, perhaps, but I suppose it's worth trying. Is Tail still holding the hammer?
Yeah.
Okay. In the event I do change my memories from this, it's been a pleasure. And I hope that whatever comes on the other side is kind to you all.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll have my memories, so I'm sure all will be fine. I will always remember when I was me. And may I hold the hammer?
If you don't like what you see, you can always modify your own memory. Just get rid of it. Just go back.
Somehow
Undo.
doubt that for the...
Yeah, Tail hands the hammer out to you, and as you sort of grab it and try and take it from him, he sort of just holds on for a bit and then lets go. As you take the hammer, you feel a warmth coming from it. It seems to have a sort of energy radiating from it that seems to radiate up your arm. You feel the same, though.
Kira just like kind of puts it down on the table again and walks over to like the window and just kind of like looks out a little bit. Slightly sad that it hasn't worked.
Did you get any? Did you get anything?
Here, is that still you?
He turns to Morna and kind of with a bit of a huff of sadness in his voice said, "Sadly not this time."
Oh. That's a little disappointing.
Maybe
Gira,
I should have a go.
you really missed an opportunity there to pretend to be Morna's birth father.
Oh, sir.
Oh, we all know I'm not funny enough for that.
Oh, can I have a go, Gira? Is it alright if I see if I can see your memories?
Maybe I'm you. Can I try and hold it?
Why, of course, Kira kind of waves his hand off a bit and goes to sit down next to kind of Tail.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
hold it. No, I want to hold it. Get here.
Fine, go on then, son.
As I take this hammer. Don't know. Does anything happen to somebody holds the hammer?
No.
Oh, well, it's disappointing. Here, you can have it back.
It is certainly a mighty weapon and would serve me very well. He turns to Tail and says, "Thank you for holding your end of the bargain here.
Yeah.
We
Kira,
appreciate your service."
I
Gira,
would
what's
like
written
to
on
know-
the? What's written on there? There's some.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Do you
gonna get to
you
that.
understand?
I do. I refrained from looking just while I was seeing if it would bring my memories back. I thought doing that would probably reveal the poem nonetheless. First, but I suppose I can have a look at it. So somebody passes. I assume somebody passes him the hammer as he sat down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, give it back.
he looks at the poem.
Right. It is in a arcane, ancient form of Draconic, which it's sort of from your precursory reading of it, telling the tale of a war between dragons and mortals, and the hidden knowledge that the dragons have sworn to protect. But this hammer is old.
Unfortunately, the script is in a tongue that far precedes my modern understandings of Draconic. The story, and he kind of looks to everyone, tells of a great war between dragons and man. The dragons in the poem gives reference, from what I can understand, of his forlorn promise and duty protect knowledge from the world and from the wrong eyes and ears. It is a shame. Language scripted. Even though I can't read it, it evokes a certain beauty I can't quite put my finger on.
can you read it aloud?
Or you quite want to hear Draconic?
It would be read aloud in Draconic, and I think Morna, you'd have even less idea of really the meaning of it. I know that your tongue
I think the
ability
idea with
allows you to understand it, but
I think you kind of hear what they mean, right?
Yeah, it's
you
not
you
like
to
language.
do with the words.
Well,
It's
no,
like-
yeah, but you hear what Gira is saying, and Gira doesn't quite understand it.
Yeah.
You
Um,
know?
I want to talk to Tail and ask how was it? What happened in that tower?
It was pretty much as expected.
Did you kill her?
Well, let's say that I doubt she'll be bothering me anymore.
Right. She was working with Ashigal, right?
She works for Ashigal.
Oh, so you didn't kill her.
I sent her to a place that Ashigal is very unlikely to find her.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. Well, we met the red dragon. He came to say hello, and he really didn't like Gira, but it was fine because we ran away.
That's just surprising to me
What? We ran away?
that he didn't like Gira.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, he definitely didn't like your.
Why? Is that his brother or something?
N-
That's
no.
pretty
It's his father.
it's gonna be
Yeah, Gira's his dad. No, Gira is Naxos. No, he says, well, Athanax. I'm surprised Athanax recognized him. Athanax was just a young child when everything went down.
Everything? What went down?
When the Cairo Concord collapsed.
And what did Gira have to do with that?
Well, I wasn't there, you see. It's quite hard
Ah.
for me to really explain because I've only heard secondhand stories.
What stories?
Well,
Tell us.
who told you the stories is the question I would rather know.
Aaron Shanda.
Oh, of course. He was there.
And Scrimshaw.
He returns to Scrimshaw. I suppose this is locked within your little mind prison.
no recollection.
No comment.
Actually, this whole time.
I do not recall having relations with that war.
Yes, that makes total sense. I have had visions of Aaron Shander, glimpses of the past, and mentions of the names such as Naxos and Ashigal. Although it's all fuzzy and can't quite make sense of it yet.
So, I'm sorry that you didn't get your memories back.
Oh, you have my gratitude and thanks, Dale. I do not know your motives. I don't know what you want to do next, but I just wanted to thank you.
Well, I plan on finding wherever that map leads.
Oh, so I assume you're doing this alone.
Yes, it's all in here. And he points, taps to his head.
I'd like to just walk over to the window and just like peek over to the stables.
Yeah.
Make sure Clive's still there.
Well, this.
And see
I
if
mean,
Espin's around.
I'd better still be there.
Stable's currently closed up, like the door's closed.
Doesn't mean he's in there.
It is intriguing. There seems to be some connection between all this and Aaron Shander. I know that Scrimshaw is keen to dig into this a bit deeper. So, yeah, I'm not sure what else we have to do at the moment. I know that we have a much larger world-ending problem to deal with, and we were hoping that this would perhaps give us a way to arm ourselves with knowledge or powers that could better prepare us. Do you think that following on to all this, I know you probably would say no because you want to find this rather than us. Do you think that this is a path worth following?
It's what a path worth following.
Well, searching for Aaron Shander and trying to fulfill the the wishes of Gira. Of course, it's the storm and, by extension, my priority. But I understand there are other things that come first. My question is, in a rather convoluted way, will this help us save the world?
I think you're unlikely to find Aaron Shanda if the last time I was in contact with him makes any sense.
Yeah, he's actually no, don't worry.
Well, the last I saw of him, he was being dragged into a portal to hell by a Balor.
Oh well,
The
that'll
gates
do it.
It's not easy to get hold of then.
Yes, well, it was me who sent him there, so.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
You can do that. You can send people to hell.
Well, I sent the Balor. I banished the Balor. Just the Balor happened to take Aaron with him.
Oh. Okay. Fair enough.
I have a question. Who's Yara?
Oh boy. He laughs.
I
He says,
am Yara.
he says, well, that is a complicated answer.
Yeah, well, we've got some time. Mona sits down on the floor, ready.
Well, how much do you know already?
She's entombed in an icy tomb somewhere.
A
Hmm.
body, perhaps. A body, perhaps being preserved in ice. We perhaps comprise two halves of her.
Yara was a very powerful fae.
An archfey.
Close.
Oh, okay.
Almost. Who Aaron Shanda had a deal with. That's all I'm going to say.
Why? No, tell us more. Come on.
Oh no, stay for a
Scrimshaw
bit.
deserves it.
Don't leave.
Scrimshaw does not deserve anything. So
Yeah, he does. That's the lie. He's nice now, even if he wasn't before.
Yeah,
oh,
he's alright.
well, you've convinced me.
Great.
As he says that, the door opens and Halcyon comes in, carrying loads of shopping bags, with his paper bags.
Ah, Halcyon.
You've met Tail.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Scrimshaw's brother.
I see the family resemblance. And she goes, she says, and she pokes her head around the corner. So you are staying for tea, right, Tail? And Tail says, well, I don't eat. And she says,
You were eating. You were
you
drinking
will-
tea when we came in here.
it's polite, and I always wanted to. Personally, I always wanted to be the person to sit there drinking a cup of tea when you walked in.
Well, you did look pretty badass doing it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We were like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I was
And
like,
then I was like,
whoa.
wow, this guy's so cool. I bet he's going to tell us about Yara.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
So much suave and style.
Yeah. Such a cool
Well,
dude.
the truth is, I really don't know that much about Shiara either.
Oh.
I only know that, in some sense, that her soul constitutes both mine and Scrimshaw's. But it's not a 50-50 type situation. It's more that we both share the burden
What burden?
of having Yara's soul.
Oh, is it a burden?
Well, it is a burden in the fact that our fates are linked.
Yeah.
It's awfully. What does that mean?
Well, it means, dear brother, that if you get yourself killed, unfortunately, I'm going to go with you.
Oh, So, hold on. When Scrimshaw did die that one time, did you feel it?
Yes, I also died.
Oh no.
Oh, whoops, sorry about that.
Well, at least that does mean that if Scrimshaw dies and we can't find his body, we could go and revive you, and then he'd be revived. So that's a good thing. Maybe we should take a little bit of you so that we can teleport to you if we need to. Maybe like a finger or a toe or something that you're not going to recognize or remember.
Or
You do
particularly
need a
mead.
toe? Yeah.
I mean,
Or maybe like
Horn would definitely be the piece there. I don't know why you
I mean,
get fingers and toes. What is it with you? What is it with you and breaking fingers and toes? It's
Yeah.
bringing back bad memories of that year we had off.
I can definitely help with the snapping off of the horn.
He points to his head, which his horns are like filed down.
Oh.
Oh,
If you remember?
I have to snap something else off.
Do you have anything precious that's not too precious that we can always use to find you if we need to? We won't scry on you, I promise. We don't even know how to scry.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Cried on me.
I can't subscribe to this lie, Mona. I hope you understand that the chances are we are wanting to likely scry on you.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking
So
that
be
if
such a snitch, Gira.
no, this is for when if Scrimshaw dies, then we can and we can't find his body, we can always go and find Tail's body and then revive Tail, and then Scrimshaw will come back to life and then be able to find us. That's what I'm saying, and I think that's a good deal for both of you.
Well, I have to say that I don't think that's a good deal for me,
Why?
because it would be much more preferable if Scrimshaw didn't do anything to get himself killed.
Oh, well,
Well, unfortunately, in the nature of business that we are in, Scrimshaw dying is a real possibility sometimes.
Right. Which
But we
is
can
why
usually bring him back.
I recommend that my brother retires.
Oh, but we need him. He can't do that.
well, he
I
usually
have
stays at
no-
the back anyway, right, Scrimshaw?
That's entirely not true. But I have no intention of retiring. If there's something in my memories that might make that more likely, then perhaps some insight on how to get those back would be in order.
Mm,
I just don't think. No, we like Scrimshaw. He's not leaving.
So what songs do you know?
Songs.
two cannot, we go.
Oh, the Goliaths go to hurrah.
Remember that song.
hurrah.
How does it go? I can't remember it.
Gillian would.
Yeah, I know. She would know. Remember it. Two cannot, I'll go with our bags full of gold and our weapons in tow. What? Two cannot, our home. A human, an elf, a halfling, and a gnome. There you go.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the theme for the last game.
Yeah.
So the heroes of cannot. Yeah.
Wow, that's a very specific song, you know.
Yeah. We do know something else about. Wait, I'm just gonna take Scrimshaw aside and whisper something in his ear. Scrimshaw, do you remember? You know how he's asking about information. Do you think he knows that Yara is one of the 4 children who are like searching the wandering the plains for their younger sister? Because I maybe.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
This is what my notes say.
Did we confirm that?
No, it's not confirmed. Yara just really looks like the ones in the painting. It might not be her.
I thought we went over this and it turned out not to be her.
Well, I thought maybe we could offer up some information so he tells us more information, potentially.
Well, how about this one? I like. My horse is like a Pegasus, except without the feathers. My dog is like a dire wolf, but needs much weaker tethers. My chest is like a mimic, but it doesn't play a trick. And I am like a centaur, but without a horse's prick.
Ah,
I like that one. That's a good
that
one.
was a good one.
Oh, you're without?
Oh, you know, Scrimshaw. we were not. We were not endowed well
Nice.
by our
Oh.
father.
Yeah, like a Ken doll.
Yeah.
I've got some information about Yara.
Do you now?
I do. So now, Richard, stop me if not Richard. Sorry, Scrimshaw. Just stop me if this is maybe. Yeah. So
Have you heard
this
of the
might
Four
help
Children?
you guys.
Oh well, just throw that bombshell down, why don't you? Yes, I have.
Well, one of them's Yara, right?
No.
No, they are because we saw a photo, not a photo, a picture of them. And I've written down in my notebook that Yara really looks like the angst one, so it's probably her. So I thought that might be information you would like to know.
Well, a lot of Fae look like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a thing.
Oh,
It's a very
What, they
in
look- they all look the same.
They look similar.
Oh,
I mean, most of the Shai look kind of like that. Oh, Shaikara, sorry.
yeah. Does Shai look like that as well? Because she's got black hair, right?
Yeah, but her mouth is all stitched up.
Yeah.
A lot of Fae look like that. It's they get to choose how they look, and it's kind of the fashion.
Oh.
Yeah, don't ask me. I don't really know.
Okay.
Fashion trends.
Yeah.
Some Fae go really weird, go super colourful, or look like owls, or like dogs, or something, and some Fae just decide to look like small children with emo looks and dark hair.
So
But
who are the 4 children then?
they are Ashigal's children.
Oh. But there's 5 of them, right?
Ashigal is said to have a 5th.
Is that you?
No.
Is
Hope
that
not.
Yara? Is Yara the 5th one?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Ashigal is a strange one. He's a demon, but he resides in the Feywild. His children are sort of half Fey, half demon. He tends to have consort relationships with Fey. He's a demon who sort of wishes he was a Fey, I suppose.
Unfortunately, they are to return soon. What I've heard.
What, the 4 children?
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to return once they find their lost sister.
Yes, well, that's hopefully something that they
Maybe
will
that's
take
me. Maybe I'm the lost sister, and I'm lost because I'm so stealthy they can't find me.
Says, oh, well, I forgot how exciting it was to travel with companions.
Yeah,
I like your home, by the way.
thanks.
It's very easy to find. You should be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, we're careful.
Well, clearly not that careful.
Well,
Because
how did you find it?
well, that's the question.
Well, no,
I mean,
that is the
it's
question.
I mean, it's publicly available information that we own this, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
One
But how
need
did you?
only go to VL and look in a register of sorts, and
Yeah, is that
They'll
how
see
you
it.
found it?
Well, it's also not very far from Aeron's tower.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah, it's not difficult to find. If you better not make any powerful enemies because Halcyon here has no guards or very few guards.
He does have guards.
Yeah, right.
We hired some guards, but they're like town guards.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be capable of hiring guards that are capable of defending people from enemies that we would make.
Well, this is why people who tend to want to have abodes that are hard to get into tend to either have hidden ones or extremely trapped ones, or dungeons of some regard.
We could
Now-
build a wall.
Yes, you could build a wall. You have a lot of land here. You could build a whole fortress if you want to.
We're going to build a wall and make Rosenstass pay for it.
You build a wall to keep Rosenstass out.
Raise a very good point, Tail. Looks around. We haven't paid much heed to the safety of our charge.
Well, we don't hear that much anyway.
It's not
do have
about
a-
us. It's
do
about
have
the
a
people we love and the people we care about.
Do we love Halcyon? Is that a thing?
Do you care for Halcyon?
Well, I care about her, I just don't know if I love her.
I mean,
Somebody clearly had poor parent figures.
Hey, you met my dad, so you know,
Exactly. My point.
you know, you're not wrong, but
Man, my family's fucked up.
yeah, I make no defense to that.
Well, anyway, Halcyon, I apologize for not.
we do care about you. And oh, how's Rita?
She's alright.
Good.
I enrolled her in the school in Darkbridge.
Oh, cool, great, nice.
Yeah.
How's she getting along?
Yeah, she's there 6 days a week.
Cool.
As in, she stays there, boarding.
Oh, I
Oh.
mean, that's actually probably a good thing. Safer there.
Yeah, I figured. Also gets her out of my hair. She's getting a bit annoying.
Was she able to take any of the puppies with her?
No, which is another thing. I had to get rid of a couple.
Where did you put where?
Where are my
You
puppies?
say get rid.
Did you sell
Where
them?
are the puppies?
I didn't sell them. I just gave them to a couple of the farmers.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Which
Like-
ones?
Well, I don't know. I can't remember which ones you named them.
Oh my god, Halcyon.
Oh, I've never had a dog before.
You better not have got rid of Riftsock.
Which one was that? Was that the ginger one?
Maybe.
No, that was Vondel.
Oh right, I got
That's-
yeah, I got rid of that one.
What?
We got rid of him too.
I thought he died heroically saving Gideon. A noble sacrifice.
Yeah, no, that one wasn't going to stay very long.
Didn't originally.
I mean, what kind of dogs were they?
Not sure there was some kind of mutts, right? Couldn't really tell at the time.
Right. Well, they were getting uglier and uglier as time went on. So
You take that back.
look, it's a ginger mutt. Okay, I'm sorry, but I want.
Don't listen, Chinook.
Suddenly turned to go, I don't like Halcyon anymore. I'm just putting it out there.
Anyway, yeah, you return back from you. We go to Port Delron and you adopt like a whole bunch of puppies.
They just ditch it on this old lady.
And ditch it on me. I have an entire. I've 12 acres of farmland to handle here.
No, that's
Would you
why
stay
you've
here
got
for free?
farmland.
Has anyone considered hiring a farmhand or a stable hand to look after not just Clive, but also the dogs?
I think there's a stable boy, right?
Yeah, we have. By this point, you have over 50 employees in your employ.
Ooh, that's a lot of responsibility.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. I earn my keep. Okay, so don't suggest that I stay here for
No, I tell you what, Halcyon's retirement's not turned out the way she thought it would.
free. she's just like a pencil pusher now.
How's Clive?
Oh, Clive's all right. Actually, he's getting old. Yeah, not very long left, I think.
Okay. Soon we'll be able to cast the wish spell and we can wish that he lives forever. Right, scrimshaw.
It's like etching it into the future history where the world like goes into cataclysmic warfare between primal entities, and there's just Clive floating around in space.
Tail says, "Wait, you named your adventuring group after your horse?"
Would you like to meet our horse? He's called Clive. I'll go and get him. Come with me, Tail.
He is a pretty nice horse.
I'm not
gonna-
drunk. I'm not drunk enough for this, but I've never been drunk, so I'm not sure how drunk I'd need to be. But it's fine.
I
I'll come
pretended
with
to
you.
be I pretended to be drunk once to get someone to open up to me.
Wow, that sounds very manipulative, Scrimshaw.
That's a bit.
It was,
Yeah.
it was
That's,
those,
that's more like the Scrimshaw I used to know.
yeah, it was weird. It's like the behavior just came back to me. Wonder who I learned that from.
Aaron?
Well, touche.
Maybe. I mean, yeah. Well, I learned everything from you, so.
Just as we're walking to the stables, if you're both two halves of Miss Yara, what exactly, or you share the responsibility? Is there like a good one and a bad one?
Oh, you've already asked this question.
Oh, I'm getting old. I must apologize. My memory's not, well, you know.
What is good and what is bad? There is only me and there's Scrimshaw.
I see.
I don't know what's. Aaron was always talking about evil and good, as if it means something.
Well,
There isn't.
what did he say about it? Did he prefer one of the two of you by, seeing himself in one of you or something like that?
Well,
Look-
he certainly preferred Scrimshaw.
Oh, so Scrimshaw is the evil one.
Was that why you banished him through the gate of Radaralora?
Well, Scrimshaw, I'm sure that if you could remember what exactly happened in that situation, you would probably empathize with me a little bit more.
It would be easier for me to empathize if I had those memories.
Hmm.
So,
Well, one day.
How's Clive?
So you get to the stables. Clive is sort of just munching away on some oats in the corner.
Give
He-
him
he-
a nice
he-
pat.
He just sort of like lifts his head and sort of stamps a little as you approach.
a little stroke.
Just stroke him, ask how he is, give some hay.
Tail just goes up to him and just like stares intently, deep into his eyes.
Why are you doing that?
You
can
treat
just stroke him.
you treat this horse too nicely.
Is that a
Be
threat?
careful with what you say here.
Well, I'm just
Touch
saying
the
this horse is absolutely useless.
No, I thought
No.
that at first, but I've grown fond of the horse. It stays.
Yeah, he's definitely not useless because I love him.
Right.
And
that's
that's just
that's not a use.
yes it is. Being loved is definitely a use.
Sounds like
He gives us
So-
resolve.
I think the nicest thing would be is to just let him die.
Well, at some point we will find a druid capable of awakening him and ask him what he wants.
Why would you bother?
'Cause why not?
Have you never had a pet?
I have Espen.
Oh, Espin doesn't count.
No, Espen does count. You like Espen, right? You
Would
don't
you
want him
just
to
let
die.
Would you just let Espen die?
Yes. I don't even know where he
fact-
is.
Oh, okay, no, that's true. I think he might be dead as well, to be fair.
Although
Although he kind
I
of
got my use out of him.
he kind of just gassed away after a bit.
Oh, that's what he did. I was wondering where he went.
Oh no.
To be fair, I didn't really stay around for very long. I didn't really want
Oh,
to chase after him. I just figured that he could just stay in the Spiderlands.
Ah,
well, I see.
Did you see what what was happening outside at all? Catch any catch a view?
I heard a dragon shouting for about an hour.
Oh.
Let me out, you prick!
Yeah, he was very angry. I think he set more of the town on fire in his anger. Very impressive, by the way. Sheer, rampant, brutal destruction. I'm sure about 200 dwarves were killed in that attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like you said, they were there, they're evil. They were there by, choice.
I only said that so that you would be on my side.
Oh. Yeah, it worked. to
Yeah,
be
they
fair.
were evil. We killed them, so they were evil. It's fine.
Yeah, there's no need to
anything
dwell
we
on
kill-
that.
Anything we kill is evil, so.
That's the spirit.
Well, it's hard to go on if you don't think that.
Well, I'm sorry that this horse is so useless.
No,
No, see, he's useful because we love him, and being loved is a use.
Plus, he's been plenty of use in the past. He's just retired. Retired from
Retired?
active duty.
I see. Well, he's on a very nice pension right now.
Hmm?
And by very nice, I mean he spends all his day in a stable eating oats.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's what he likes doing.
when I retire, I plan on sitting around drinking and eating all day.
Yeah, oats are his favourite.
Maybe we
think.
should get him a girlfriend, and then we could have baby Clive.
I think Clive might be a bit old for that.
No, no, horses can make babies until they're really old.
I see.
The male ones.
Yeah,
Maybe we should
he
get
is a male, right? Just like look at that.
He's definitely a male.
He's definitely a male.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could get him a little friend.
I still think we should awaken
See,
him.
I'm surprised you have one old horse between the five of you.
Well, I mean, since we did actually use him to get around, we've acquired other methods of transport that a horse doesn't really jive with,
The Jive Five.
Oh,
That's a very different
your
campaign.
jazz. That's your jazz group. The Jive Five.
I hate it.
Tail says, "There's so many planes with more interesting animals, and you focus yourselves on an old horse. It's not my business, to be fair. I don't really care."
well, you keep complaining about it.
Do you have any sentimental value for anything?
I suppose, in a sense, I look on a fondness of our early memories together, Scrimshaw.
Well, Clive is our early memories. The early days of us doing our thing. Well, I mean, at this point, only actually really two of us, but
So maybe I should keep you in a stable and feed you oats all day.
Probably wouldn't object to that. To be fair.
I mean, I don't eat.
Yeah, but I could make you.
We
Not a
share
threat.
fate, so you'd have to eat the oats too.
I don't think it works that way. But, well, this is a very exciting home you have. I hope nothing bad happens to it.
Oh shit! Big spider just dropped
Thanks.
down in front of me.
What kind
Oh,
of spider?
No, not again.
It's a spider queen. She's taking her revenge.
Oh no!
Can you get
Oh.
rid of it? Can you get rid of it?
Eh,
Richard, are you okay?
yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
He's embittered.
Hey, are you being eaten? Are you being?
Oh no, it's Shelob.
Okay.
No.
All right, guys.
Shelob got the drop on Frodo, like that spider got the drop on Richard.
I don't know where it went.
No,
Thought I'd put the
don't,
glass over it, but
Richard. What? How
No,
big was it?
oh, it
Alright,
wasn't
well-
that massive. But
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
sorry.
Tail just begins to walk out of the stable and says, "Well, if you want to try and help me find this this stone shift, give me a message sometime. I'll find you."
Cool.
Very well.
See what we can muster.
He begins to just like twirl his hand around. He just like grips the hilt of his sword, and this sort of rainbow, like swirling, effervescent energy just begins to just whoosh around him, and within a second he's teleported away.
Hold the sword.
Halcyon comes out. I've finished supper.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
Wait, where did Tail go?
Oh, he didn't want to stay, but he can't eat anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, but Scrimshaw can eat.
If I could be sweating, I would.
Why can you eat, Scrimshaw, and your brother can't?
Well, I mean, we can both put food inside our bodies.
That's
Wait,
what
if it doesn't digest, then what happens to it?
it just comes out as oil, motor oil. It just leaks from his pores. So what? That's what that smell is that follows you around, Scrimshaw, constantly.
As you say, you do smell quite bad sometimes.
So Scrimshaw, you've been lying to me about eating.
This is the most
I'm
pressing
not sure.
issue.
I'm not sure I've ever lied to you about it. I've just.
You told me my food was delicious.
I mean,
Have you been lying this whole time, Scrimshaw? The hell's you?
the texture is, the texture is pleasing.
I cannot believe you. And she just storms back off back into the kitchen.
I can't taste it. I mean, just because it could be vile and I wouldn't know doesn't mean that it is.
Look what you've done.
Gero kind of says, I shan't be modifying her memories, Scrimshaw. This is one you're going to have to live with.
I mean, you could just. I mean, maybe this once.
Who's the evil one now?
Oh God, he's going back to his old ways.
No. She'll get over it.
Maybe.
Probably. Oh shit! There's the spider. It was under my mouse.
I've returned.
What? It's
Sounds like a
under your
mouse.
mouse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Don't
that's
it?
disgusting.
Spider guts mouse.
Ugh.
okay,
all
I've
right.
captured
Well, what would you like to do?
And Gero just peel off for a second and do a sending spell.
Yeah.
He's gonna send a message to Espen.
Okay.
And it's gonna say hope all is well. Tail has left you. Let us know if you seek guidance and support. I am happy to guide you away and make your heart whole.
Okay. After a couple of seconds, you get a message back.
I'm pretty sure we could hear. He said human words before.
That was before he fully transformed.
Oh. Damn.
Maybe try and speak his tongue, Gira.
Well, I'm not quite sure. What do is it's just wolf, is it, or like?
It's just indecipherable growling.
Yeah, give it a go. I'm sure you can do it.
That's such a shame.
He does. He clearly understand. He understands language, but he just.
Okay. Gira sends another sending saying
One growl for yes.
One growl, two growl for no.
He says, I don't understand your tongue. If I find an item to communicate, I will get in touch, or something like that.
Okay, you get a response.
Gira kind of like, and kind of just assumes that means okay.
Could Morna talk to it in person?
Gira kind of follows in afterwards. Apologies, I just felt it wise to offer some form of comfort to Espen. I feel he has been the victim of this situation, and would hate to know what would happen to him now that he is fully turned and in a strange land with very few allies and an army of greycoats. I was only here for one session with them.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You'll
Um,
figure it out.
greycoats around. Well, I disagree. I think we owe him a service.
Why?
Well, not only could he be a powerful ally, but he is a person.
As long as he stops doing that mind shit and trying to blow my brains out every time I try to help him.
Well, maybe you can teach him some control. Although maybe you're not the one to ask.
I am the master of rage.
Indeed. Maybe we should be on the
I
lookout.
become rather irritated in combat.
Nah. No.
Rather peeved.
Halcyon comes through and says, so what do you think your plans are now? You have the hammer.
Yes. Gira walks over to the table where the hammer is and picks it up again. Feels the slight energy kind of course through him a bit. It's a shame I do not feel any different. I am glad that Hale held his end of the bargain, but I fear we only have more questions than answers, and the time is ticking down.
Make an investigation check for me, now that you are having a closer look. Because you were just having a perception check before of the hammer.
Okay. Sure, my investigation's not too hot, but...
Okay. I'll give you advantage because you got a bit of time over the evening. As you're sort of like just sat down and just looking at the hammer, trying to get some meaning out of it, trying to work out exactly what it is, you notice that there's 2 indents on the hammer that clearly must have held some form of like small gem at some point, but there's no gem on there.
Okay, is it near kind of the bottom where the big one is?
No, it's actually on the actual hammer head part. So on either side, you know, like where there'd be like a rivet that holds the hammer head onto the actual handle.
Yep.
There's where that rivet is. There is like a sort of ornamental jewelry holding sort of like thing, but it's been pried open, and there must have been some sort of gem that was in there, and on both sides, and both have been taken out.
Okay.
So, can you tell whether that's recent or?
Oh,
no way to
it's
really know.
quite hard to tell because metal has been bent at some point.
Yeah.
Actually, having a look at it, it does seem that muck and dust might have gone into that sort of indented bit over time if it had been a long time ago. It seems to be quite clean. It seems to be like quite recent.
Gira kind of like tells everyone that there's these gaps in the hammer.
They be lodestones.
Do they look like they could fit the lodestones that we've? I know they come in lots of shapes, so maybe not. But
No, not really, because lodestones are generally bigger than what would be able to fit on this hammerhead. These are like small. These are almost like maybe 20p size. This indent. It's fairly small.
So, whatever was on there, perhaps either the Spider Queen or Tail removed them.
well, look here, the dust and grime inside. It looks almost like dirt. Now, if you can only imagine the history this item seen, I'm not so sure. Looks like it was kind of been buried or somewhere for a while, and it's kind of got in. I don't think Tail or Spider Queen would have been burying it anywhere.
Wait, sorry, was that the wrong way around? Thought it was clean underwear. It would have.
It was clean under where the gems had
Yeah.
been, so it's clearly evident that some point in the recent past, these gems have been removed.
Okay. Okay. All right.
There's
Okay.
3.
There's 2. There's a big gem on the bottom which serves as a sort
Yeah.
of map, and then there's 2 sort of indents where these gems have been removed.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I obviously don't want to jump to conclusions, but entirely possible the tail took them. Perhaps the other parts of the map. Or yeah, keeps us off the scent and seem rather odd tail look kind of following the trail of the map when he doesn't have the full picture. Although curious why the hammer would have all the information in one place. If there was why would there be a need for overlaid maps on each part?
Another
Which is
question
neat.
is how did the Spider Queen get really powerful just from the hammer if it doesn't do anything?
Have you attuned to it, Gira?
Mike, do I have to attune to this, or is it already kind of attuned to me from the past?
No, you're gonna have to attune to it.
Okay, okay.
Oh.
And okay, can I do like a religion check? But like, does it feel like this thing has a lot of energy in it that could like power something? Or, something?
It has a considerable amount. That like you can feel it almost like pins and needles shooting up your arm when you like hold it.
Okay.
And that you feel that you could probably learn to harness its power for certain uses.
We're going to make electricity.
But we'll see. Let's end the session there.
Ooh,
Right.
Exciting.
So
brilliant! Thanks. That was really awesome.
Kira with his hammer,
Yeah,
and you guys are in Osterwald. So yeah, thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Do you want to end the stream, Richard?
I shall end the stream. Thanks for watching, all the millions of people.
Yeah. Just listen to my
See
new
ya.
album. For
That too.
all the viewers.
Right.
We need to.
Bye.
Oh, you don't.